So welcome back, friends. Welcome back. It's Leslita, and guess what, guys? Today is Love Day. It is Venus Day. So, as usual, my Friday videos are dedicated to the energy, the planets, and the spirit and goddess Venus. Okay. Today is a Love Day. All right. This is what's going to happen though. So recently I've been getting chewed out about not following my original path. My original path is to be a teacher, okay? So, today I am going to teach just a little bit. It's not like what you think. One of these cards that I've added into the reading today has to do with offerings. At the end of these Venus videos, I often say to you, if you have an altar, please make a small offering to the goddess Venus for me, because I've given you a reading in her honor. I just like to pay the energy out to her, and if you do it as well, then we're doing a wonderful thing for each other. Okay, it's a great energy exchange. But today I pulled the last card I pulled as if you would like to leave an offering for your ancestors for the first time. Maybe you never left offerings before. I don't believe you have to have a specific altar space. I think just when you leave it, you need to make sure that you speak out and let it be known that this is an offering. And it does help to continue to offer in the same space. I often make offerings in corners of the home. I'm not so serious about which corner, directionally, but corners of the home usually work well. Also outdoors, if you have a space outdoors, that would be even better. And you can leave something, but there will be suggestions. Not suggestions, but suggestion of what to leave if you decide to leave to your ancestors, or if you decide to leave to Venus, because that's the way I pulled the card. But today's love reading is going to be about how can you better love yourself. Okay, Venus was very adamant that today's initial message is about how can you love yourself better. I may do a second video that says how can you love your partner or your family better. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not, but we are definitely going to get this one in. If you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and subscribe. I'd like to thank everyone that has subscribed recently. I'm so glad to finally see the subscription numbers moving up. Thanks to everyone that comments down below. I enjoy your comments. If y'all ever look down in the comments, you'll see that when people comment, I comment back. I love the chatter on here. So let's get it in. Also, I think I'm going to start doing mythology or Aesop's fables on the page, in particular mythology that you can find in cards. So be on the lookout for one or two of those in the next week, okay? All right, so let's get into it. The first group is going to be the number 80. The second group is going to be the number 18. The third group is going to be the number 12. And the fourth group is going to be the number 2. Okay, so 80, 18, 12, 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll let you make your decision. I'm going to get my little area together here. All right, let's get into it. So group 1. You have the number 80. It lets me know that you are in a beginning cycle of either building something new or tearing something down, okay? But this is a huge cycle, okay? It's not just an 8, it's an 80, which means that you started a new cipher or a new circle or a new cycle, okay? And this one is about either building yourself up or tearing something down that's keeping you from building yourself up. They go together. Those that study supreme mathematics, you would look at it as build or destroy. All right, let's get started. So how can you better love yourself? So we have the 7 of Pentacles, the 2 of Wands, and the 5 of Swords. All right. So you've been caught in a waiting cycle, okay? Like, planting the seeds, watering them, but they taking forever to grow. Okay? I see you being an enemy to yourself because shit isn't working out the way you think it should. This message isn't that hard. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. The initial message is give yourself some time. You've made plans, make some more plans, get ready to set out on the adventure. Don't waste time arguing with people just to prove that you're right. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't. Just do you, okay? And be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself and be patient with the world, because whatever it is that you're trying to do is coming, okay? We have Maputla and get centered, okay? So you are on a new path, okay? Being on a new path means that you just completed some other cycle. Now, a lot of times when we complete cycles, sometimes there's still like some, I want to say garbage, but it's not necessarily garbage. Oh, I can't remember what the word is, but when you do things, there are other things that are sometimes left behind, okay? This card, I feel like, is saying, yeah, there is some cleansing that needs to be done. There's a message. You're missing a message. I don't know why this doesn't say it, but you're missing a message. It does say guide, but this is a message. There are bells here as well as a bluebird. The bluebird came with the bells and the blue ribbons. It's saying to me, you missed a message. It's coming in too, and they're really trying to get the message through to you, okay? What you need to do is, oh, I'm done. Get centered is right next to it, so it was saying that. You need to get centered, and I'm going to read the card to you, okay? When it gets to be too much, whatever it is, I close my eyes and return to my center. In my center, I have wisdom and tranquility of, and it says, say your favorite animal, holding a, say your magical item, floating through space on a piece of furniture, okay? I'm going to say I have the wisdom and tranquility of a bluebird, because we have a bluebird here, okay? Holding a crown, because she has a crown, and floating through space on, let's just say, a throne, because she's a queen. Yeah, it's time for you to find some quiet time, or you know, do something that takes your mind off of everything, so that you can hear clearly, because there's a message coming in and you're missing it. Now, to the lesson part. If today you'd like to leave an offering, right, to your ancestors, your spirit guides, or the goddess Venus, the item for you today is bay leaves. Bay leaves are often used to make wishes, you know, to get things that you want. So, leaving them for your ancestor spirit guides or the goddess Venus is like granting a wish to those, okay? It's concrete. It's on the Ace of Pentacles card. So, it's a concrete gift. It is a useful gift, and I would suggest that you leave it. Like I said, you can leave it in the corner of a home. You can leave it on a table. You can leave it on a windowsill. If that's where you're going to leave your offerings, you can leave it on the porch. You can leave it in a spot in the yard. Wherever. Bay leaves is your offering today, okay? So, I hope you enjoyed your reading, Group 1. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Feel free to comment down below, good and or bad. Alright? Thanks for spending some time with me. And let's move right on into Group 2. Alright? Group 2's number 18 is about bringing new things into existence, okay? It says that you went through the building / tearing down phase, and you gained some new knowledge. And once you added that knowledge, right, to whatever it was that you gained from building something or breaking something down, you brought something new into existence, okay? All right, how can you better love yourself? We have the Queen of Cups, we have the Three of Swords, and we have the Ace of Wands. All right, listen, some of you went through some sort of heartbreak. You really gave of yourself, okay? You gave a lot of love, all right? And for whatever reason, it didn't work out, and you just feel heartbroken. But the universe is telling you that you have the ability to create a new story, a new loving storyline. Actually, a new one is coming regardless. There's a new passionate, fiery opportunity making its way through. But because it comes with the wand and the way the wand is looking, it's saying to me that you need to love yourself passionately and fiery first. And then the person that's going to match that, or wood stick on fire, that was good. Match that, they'll come through once you do it, okay? We have Kamala, which is enlightenment and mindfulness. And we have a worthiness. See, here we go. That's exactly what they were talking about, okay? It's time for you to realize just how worthy you are, okay? Like, you are a beautiful spirit. I want you to realize that Kamala is in the water the same way that the Queen of Cups is. And she's offering a pink cup. She's offering a pink flower, which represents a cup in this imagery, okay? This is the same woman here, all right? She's enlightened. She is thoughtful and considerate of the way that she treats others. But are you thoughtful and considerate about the way you treat yourself is the question. Because worthiness here says that maybe you haven't quite accepted that for yourself. It says that I am worthy of the ultimate happiness. I deserve and accept it. And damn it, I'm not going to feel guilty about it when I get it. Guilt is not invited to my happiness party. Okay? I won't even tell him where it is. If he asks about it, I'll be like, no, I think you're thinking of something else. And then I'll run away quickly. There's something about being rejected that makes us feel like it's something we did. We're guilty in some way. They couldn't love us because of this. They couldn't love us because of that. That's bullshit. Okay? Sometimes people can't love you. But it's not necessarily about you. It's usually about them. Okay? You're worthy. Treat yourself like you are, okay? And watch what comes in, all right? If today you decide to leave an offering for an ancestor, a spirit guide, or the goddess Venus, yours is going to be any coin. Spirits on the other side accept and appreciate coins, not because they actually are going to use your money to go to a store or something, but money is a huge it's a piece of energy. It's a symbol of energy. It's like you put in your energy to work, and in return they give you back this coin, which is a symbol of energy, so that you can use the coin to go and buy something else. When you leave coins for your ancestors, what you're doing is you're creating a ball of energy for them to use on the other side, okay? Also, I want to, I don't know if I wanted to talk about this, but I am going to go on and say it. Hopefully nobody gets upset. When you leave things on your altar, from my understanding and from reading and asking, okay, and not asking other people, but asking the spirits, after it's been there for a while, they've used it up, okay? There's no need to keep it there anymore. Money can be reused. You don't have to put the money down and leave it there and then throw it out, because if they've used the energy up, let's think about it. They're not on a physical plane, okay? That money is still physical and still can be used for you, but it has to be out of commission for a while so that they can use the energy on it, okay? And then you can rake the money back and do whatever it is you need to do with it, okay? And there also stands the possibility that if you leave the money there long enough, they actually recharge the money with energy later, and when you use that money, it returns to you in folds, but that's a long story, okay? But I hope you enjoyed your reading group 2. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Feel free to comment down below, good and or bad, all right? And we're going to get ready to move on into group 3, all right? Your number is 12, okay? Your number is a number about union, okay? It is about bringing two parties together and creating something more elevated than what you had together. It is also about learning something, understanding it, and putting it into practical use. It is not enough just to gain the knowledge and understand it. It also has to be put into use, okay? Alright, how can you love yourself better? We have the Chariot, we have the Moon, and we have the King of Swords. I had a message at first. I don't think that's the message. Let me look at this for a second. Let me get a sip of water too. Here's my big old water basin I'm always talking about. I love this shit, girl. I got rose water and ginger in there. That's my current and probably everyday elixir now. Okay, let's see. Chariot, Moon. These are big cards. These are big cards. Okay, listen. There's a move you need to make. And it needs to be made in secrecy. And it has to do with cutting off something so that you can transform. Cutting off something, cutting off someone, showing your power. This one says you're on the move. You need to do it. Like it's something that you've been wanting to move away from. Or you haven't done it. You need to do it by the next full moon too. You have a lot of power and you're not using it. You're pretending to be something that you're not. You need to cut it out. It's whatever it is that you're not moving away from is really fucking with your mindset. It's making you see things that aren't there. It's attracting bad energy. Or it is attracting really bad energy, okay? You need to cut it off. Whomever or whatever it is, you need to cut it off, okay? Let's look at the next two cards. We have Regina, she who instigates. Yeah, it's time to cut some shit off. Oh, y'all got extra card. Hold on. Let's just do it like this. Regina's there. Follow your heart. And no need to do. Some confusion here. I told you someone confused you. Okay, first things first. King of Swords. Maybe it's time to get some, damn, this is such a bad time to be dealing with doctors with everything that's going on. Maybe it's time you get a counselor. Maybe it's time you talk with someone. This card could be representing a counselor. Maybe it's time you talk with someone about your anxieties or paranoia. Okay, because I can definitely tell by the cards that you are confused. There's a lot of confusion going on. And I think it's because of outside influence. It's like you have a snake in your garden. It's like there is someone around you that is just a narcissist, okay? It's definitely a narc. And they're just pulling your strings. They are manipulating you. And it's just for their own entertainment. It's two things that the cards are telling you. Follow your heart is telling you, you know that you don't belong in that place. You don't belong there. It says, I'm always rewarded when I follow my heart. I trust the GPS in my heart knows all the best routes. And when it seems like it's taking too long to get where I want, I know that that's because there's some cool, weird stuff to see along the way, okay? You need to prepare for a journey. It may take a little while to get out of this situation, but it's time to get out of it. The no need to do over here. Oh, that's really blowing me. I know it's because of the confusion. I'm gonna clarify with one more of these. Please give me one more to make this message come through, because it's so back and forth. So we have a generosity card on the end. I think this is more so about you taking a break and being generous to yourself. Then you really don't need to go anywhere, okay? I'm thinking do this, do that, no need to do is saying like right now, instead of you saying, because these are mundane tasks that they're talking about. I'll read it to you. It says, I'm exactly where I need to be, exactly where I need to be. There's nothing more I need to do. I mean, yes, there will always be laundry and taxes, but in terms of my life's path, I don't need to do anything because I'm already here. I take a deep breath, relax, and trust, and then I do the laundry. I think it's just more about taking care of yourself. Trusting that this path is part of your path, but in knowing that it's a path, you know that you need to move forward. Okay, there's no sitting still. It's time to move forward. And I believe generosity means that instead of you doing everything that you do for everyone else, especially if you're entertaining a narcissist, it's time for you to do for yourself. Okay, it says, if I give generously to those around me, no matter how much or how little I have, I know there is more than enough to go around, and that the key is to allow it to keep going around without stopping. If I stop the flow, I'm like the one person at the stadium who doesn't do the wave, okay? I think this is more so about yourself, okay? It's time for you to be generous to yourself. And also, this has to do with flow and momentum. That's why I said I'm quite sure you are supposed to move forward. It's just confusing messages. You need to cleanse. There's another thing. You need to cleanse yourself. There needs to be some sort of purification. I would take a salt bath. I prefer sea salt. In particular, I prefer Himalayan sea salt. If I were you, I would take a salt bath. If you can't take a bath, I'll tell you, I don't often take baths because of my skin and things like that. I do it in the shower. You can easily take in some salt, you know, get wet, rub it down your body, rub it all over, and rinse it off. It still does the same thing. Salt is just for purification and cleansing, okay? And interesting enough, if today you decide to leave an offering for your ancestors, your spirit team, or the goddess Venus, water is your offering. Okay, we were talking a lot about flows and all that. Water, okay? There's a cleansing that needs to happen in this group, all right? It's a lot of water, so let's get it going, okay? Take good care of yourself, all right? Especially mentally and emotionally, take good care of yourself, okay? All right, guys, if you enjoyed that message, please leave me a thumbs up. Feel free to comment down below, good and or bad. And we're going to move into our last group, which is going to be group 4. I did not pick a group today because I wanted to make sure these messages came through properly, and I can always read for myself. So, or I can have one of my daughters read for me. So I figured I wanted to make sure this message came through clean for y'all, okay? So how can you love yourself better. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Ten of Wands. We have Two of Swords. Alright, there's a decision that needs to be made. You came up with some sort of truth, some sort of revelation or epiphany. It just came to you. And you have been struggling with this information since the moment you got it. You want to know how can you love yourself better? How can you rid yourself of the burden? Take the damn blindfold off. Look at what it was that was revealed to you and make a damn decision. That's it. Make the decision. Not making decisions causes you more pain than what you think making the decision will cause, okay? Everything changes. A lot of times we're holding on and don't want to make the decision because we don't want shit to change. But shit is going to change, okay? Alright. We have Colette. She who nurtures. Alright. Empathy, gentleness, and insight. And your card is Sanctuary. Okay. It says, good for you. It seems you've earned some time away from the chaos of life. It could be as small as a bubble bath or as big as a trip. Or maybe it's a small trip to a big bubble bath. Or a normal sized trip to a tiny bubble bath. Or maybe you tripped and fell in someone's bath. Whatever it is, it's waiting for you with open arms. Just pick your favorite sanctuary and unplug for a bit, especially if a bath is involved. There's someone who came across your path, and they are so gentle with you. They feel your joys. They feel your pains. They're also a psychic, intuitive, fortune teller, diviner, card reader, philosopher. Could be a minister or something like that, because sometimes people get pulled down that path when they have that gift. But they have the gift, okay? And what they see in you is not what you see in yourself, okay? But when you look in their eyes, you see yourself through their eyes. They give you this great feeling about yourself. They make you feel like everything is okay. You know why? Because everything is okay. All right? It's okay. This is the end of a cycle for you. But it won't be the end if you don't let go. I know there are some things we don't want to let go of. We feel guilty if we do, but this is your time to let this thing go. It's grown up. Whatever the situation is, it's grown up. You realize that it is grown up, okay? And it is time for you to let it go. Let it go. Enjoy yourself. Heal yourself. All right? Learn who you really are. Because whoever this person is, they are really helping you to see who you really are. Okay? Alright, I'm just going to leave it at that. If you decide today to leave your first offering for your ancestors or your spirit guides or the goddess Venus, seashells are your offering. That's a hard one. Everyone doesn't always have seashells around. I do. I'm going to pull an additional. If they don't have seashells, what can they leave for their ancestors, spirit guides, or for you, Venus? A black candle or bread. Okay? Black candles absorb negative energy. That's why I said you're not moving forward because you're afraid. Like, you are absolutely fucking afraid. It's unfortunate because the world is waiting to give right back to you. Like, you've planted seeds. Like, you've done some wonderful things for people. You have taken care of people when you didn't take care of yourself. And the universe is paying you back in bread. The bread of this person is a gift to you. Absolute gift. Don't waste it. Alright? Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this reading, Group 4. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Feel free to comment down below, good and or bad. And that's going to conclude today's love reading. I'd just like to give a little bit of honor to the energy in the planet Venus, as usual. And I always end it with, if you have an altar and you make offerings, please leave a little something on there for Venus and in my honor, okay? It would be great. Perfect energy exchange for this day, okay, guys? All right, so I hope you have a wonderful, 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 wonderful weekend, and I'll see you in the next video.